guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you my everyday makeup. I haven't done a makeup video in a really long time, and so today I'm just going to show you usually what I do every single day. Now, it's probably going to be a little bit more than what people would think of as simple kind of makeup routine or what they use every day, but I like mine to stay on so that I'm not having to touch it up during the day. It stays on all day long, and it helps cover, and I'm not worried about it. So I do take a little bit more time, but this one is kind of my quick version, so you know, it won't take any time at all once you practice it. So if you would love to see this video, just keep watching. Okay, so first off, I'm going to go ahead and pin my hair back because Lord knows I don't want to mess with my hair too much. Okay, so hair is pinned back. I do have a really cute little bump right here. It's from when I use like lip liner and lip gloss a lot. Sometimes those pores right there will get clogged, and so I get bumps. So that's what that is. Okay, so I already do have false lashes on, so just in case you're wondering, I'm not going to be putting probably any mascara on those, but I'm going to do the rest of my face. So alright, let's get started. Okay, so first off, I'm going to start, I've already moisturized my skin. That's something I do all day, every day. Not really, but I do it every morning, every night. I am consistent with it because I want good skin. Before makeup, all that stuff, like I want good healthy skin, and yes, it can use some work. I do have a lot of red spots and I could use a facial, but point being, I do take care of my skin as much as I can, and so I hope you do the same. Before you worry about all the makeup in the world, start with your skin. I'm going to start off with some foundation. Now, if you are looking for just a really quick makeup routine and you want to like skip foundation, like you don't want it too heavy, then I suggest that you go get a foundation stick. So this one is by Glowbyb Cosmetics. I used this in my last video telling you guys like products that I love, and this was one of them. So it just looks like this. It winds up. So what you could do is you could take this and you could just put it everywhere, kind of touch up and blend and stuff like that, instead of doing foundation and then the concealer stick or foundation stick. Same thing, it's just this is a little thicker, it's not so like runny. So anyway, so I'm going to start with foundation. This one was also in my last video. It's by Glowbyb Cosmetics. I do have the color G200, and oddly I feel like 200 is a little bit darker than 300 for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to put this all over, and I'm just going to blend it in with my fingers. I'm not going to use a makeup brush or anything like that. And I do have a mirror down here, so that's where I'm looking. Okay, so I'm just going to blend it in with my fingers. If you have that blended, you could always go back with a little bit more if you need, you know, certain areas that need a little bit more. I usually put it right here because that area stays like really red, and I'll put it right here to cover up any veins and to give my eyeshadow something to stick to. I'm going to put a little bit of this, the Lumi Glotion on. It's by L'Oreal. And like I said, a lot of these products are going to be in my last video. Okay, so I take this stuff and I'm just going to kind of put it on my cheeks and on my nose, just to kind of brighten up that area and give it a little bit more color. Alright, and then we're going to go in and we're going to use the foundation stick. Something like this really just helps. Put it a little bit right here on my chin. Of course, I'm going to cover this bad boy. Okay, so then I'm just going to also blend this out with my fingers. Your fingers are your best tools. So if you can use them, use them. It might take a little longer sometimes, maybe not, but I just always like using my fingers because it's not going to absorb all of my product like some makeup brushes can. And then remember, when under the eye, always pat it out. Don't ever rub and tug and pull. This concealer also gives you just a really bright complex under your eyes, which is going to help if you're a sleepy mommy like me. It's going to really brighten up that area. Okay, so all that is patted out. You can always go back with anything and you can add a little bit more. Say you're like really sleepy because your baby still doesn't know how to sleep during the night. Just add a little bit more. It's fine. Okay, all that is patted out and we are good. Everything is nice and covered. Now I'm going to take this product. I've used it in pretty much most of my videos, but it's the Airspun powder. You can get it at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, any of those places. And I'm going to take a little bit, I'm going to put it on my brush, and then I'm going to stick it in here, just kind of tap the rest off, and then I'm going to pat this under my eyes. So first, kind of pat your finger. The warmth of your finger is going to break down that concealer. And then we're going to take this brush and we're going to put it underneath. And we're going to press that concealer or powder into our face. And this is how you get your makeup to stay all day long without budging. Okay? Powder, don't be scared of it. It's a good thing. Okay. Oh, I'm going to press that one out. Okay, and then go in. And you want to make sure you're looking up, that way it doesn't crease. And then get in the creases of your nose. And then take the rest of it, and I want you to go on your eyelids and kind of press that powder in, because that's going to help that product to stay matte and not crease up whenever you go to add your shadows. Okay, all that is done. Okay, so this is my absolute favorite face powder. I still have not met one yet that compares, and it's the KDB, the Baked Mineral Powder. This one's light, which is way lighter than I need to be wearing, but that's all I have right now. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to press it into my face, and it just gives like a really pretty, healthy glow to your skin, and it keeps your makeup in place. So I'm going to add this. So I know my face looks really, really white, but it's okay because that's what bronzer's for. So I'm going to take this bronzer and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of just buff all over to add some color to my skin so that I do not look so white. And also remember to touch up your neck and your chest. That way you can kind of be the same color. Okay, so then I'm going to take this just powder brush and I'm going to dip it into my product, which is my bronzer. And this one is Bobbi Brown. And what's color? Natural, which I'll have all this linked for you so that you don't have to rush and write it down. Okay, so I'm going to suck in my cheek and I'm going to lightly chisel out my cheekbone, just like this. Okay, so now that's chiseled out. That's how you contour, that's how you do it. There's nothing crazy to it. Suck in your cheek, chisel it out, and then we'll blend it. Okay, do it again on this side. And then remember, you're going to connect it at the temples. And then you're going to do your forehead, and you might need to get into your hairline if you have darker hair and have a really white scalp like me. Okay, and we're going to add just a little bit more on our cheeks. And then you can kind of just blend it so that it's not so harsh. And remember, you can always go back and add more. Don't feel like you have to shove everything on your face at one time. You can always go back and, you know, touch it up. So I'm going to use this blush. It's Deep Throat by NARS. And this is just a duo fiber. It's by Sigma. And I'm going to take it and just pop it on my cheeks. I'm not going to use too much just because, remember, this is like everyday makeup. It's like stay-at-home stuff, so, which, I mean stay at home. But if you're running errands or stuff like that, you know, otherwise you could just put on some BB cream and be done with it. And I'm going to go ahead and do my lips because one pet peeve is my lips being like nude. Okay, and this is Natural. It's by NYX. And then this is the Buttercream Lipstick in Snowcat. One of my favorite colors. I think it's so pretty. Okay, so then I have this taupe shadow, which you could actually just use bronzer if you wanted to because it's the same thing. The point is that it's kind of, you're just carving out the crease in your eye so that it lifts it a little bit, but we're not doing anything crazy. Like this is literally one shadow or windshield wiper with a blending brush kind of deal. I'm going to add a little bit of mascara to my bottom lashes. And I just use Great Lash by Maybelline. It's one of my favorites. I've always used it. This one has a bigger brush to it. I don't know if it's like their newer one, but it's just like that. So it's just a little bit of a bigger brush. I'm going to take a flat definer brush like this, and I'm going to use Bobbi Brown. This is, what do you call it? Just like a brow gel pomade. It's in Rich Brown. And I'm just going to lightly just kind of fill in my eyebrows, carve them out a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to go in with a little bit of highlighter. This is just the, what is it called? Soft and Gentle by MAC. It's like really old, but it's one of my favorites. It's just pretty and simple, but of course you can use whatever you wanted to. And then I'm going to use a highlighting brush, and I'm just going to highlight my cheeks and my cheekbones. Do the same on this side. And then I'm going to go down my nose a little bit, top of my lip. I'm going to go back with this brush, and you just want to kind of make sure that there's no bronzer or blush or anything under there. That way we can keep it nice and bright, and you're pushing in that concealer and then just kind of lightly swiping. Just like that. And you can go back in with your bronzing brush and just kind of buff any areas that you feel may need it. Just that way everything is really, really blended. And I'm going to actually go in. This is just a paintbrush from from Hobby Lobby. It's called an oval mop, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it into my bronzer, and I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit. That way it's not kind of flat with the rest of my face, and it kind of slims it up a little bit. And then you can do the same if you like wanted to carve out your cheeks a little bit more, under your lip. All those places. Okay, so now the last touch, I'm going to take the NYX Dewy Finish spray, and I'm going to spray it all over my face. And I'm just going to kind of let it set for a minute, but what this is going to do, it's going to help all that powder that I put onto my face. It's going to help just kind of give it a glow and not so like matte. Alright guys, and there you go. That is my daily makeup routine, what I do every day when I do my makeup. I like to keep it pretty simple. I say simple. It's simple to me. So, the more you practice this, the faster it will get. It will last all day long, so don't be scared of having multiple products, because if you just really practice all day long, then you're going to get better at it. You're going to get faster at it. People ask me all the time, how do you have time to do your makeup when you have 3 kids and one of them is a new baby? Well, it's because I practice so I can throw it on really fast. Alright guys, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will answer them for you. And if you have any video requests, of course leave those too. Be sure to subscribe and like my page. And I will see you babes next time. Bye.